actually fairly rough. So it looks like just going off of the mini-map, we'll see some hills on this map, which will be nice in comparison to what we've been seeing inside Germania. Yeah, some elevations. So I guess we'll be fighting a defensive battle this time, and I guess we'll have to fight for this middle point. So in that case, we'll get our legionary cohorts to face forward. Here's what I think I'll do. The more I play this game, the more I do this, where I put the general unit in the very middle of the lineup here, because when you actually select your troops, you'll actually select them inside a order of this unit. So the unit towards the most left of the panel will be the second most to the left, and then the game kind of bugs out in that this legionary cohort will be the one on the most right of the selection will be actually the most left. So what you can do here is that if you just drag the general unit into the center, what you can do is I'm gonna see if it actually resets it. Yeah, this one will always be here, but you can do something like that to just kind of switch up the positioning of the units. It's kind of useful. So for this battle, what I think I'll do is that I'll get the center legionary cohorts to hold the actual flag stand, and then because we're fighting a lot of people, and because we're fighting Spartans, we're going to get our guys to assemble kind of like that. The thing with the Spartans right now is that they use a lot of spears, and they aren't depicted as people who use swords at all. So the problem with them is that they're really strong on the defensive with their spears, but they're not so great on the attack. And if we can force them to charge at us, then we should be able to win this battle fairly easily. And all of their reinforcements should come from down this road. Yeah, there they are. What are they being reinforced by? Hoplites and Royal Spartans. The Royal Spartans are the things that we had to look out for. Those ones are real deadly. The other people are not so much. So Royal Spartans, they have some mercenary Illyrian cavalry. Not a big deal. So our guys...
the general's waving, sir.
Okay. If our guys just kind of hold this position, we should be fine. I'll get our dog handlers to go forward. So they will do that, and then I'll get our cavalry to just kind of wait inside the mist. Now, I don't believe they can actually be seen right now, simply because of how heavy the mist is. If you fight in Germania, yeah, when the mist gets really heavy, the range is actually like this much. You'd only be able to see up to like this line pretty much, as opposed to this line. So yeah, different areas, different levels of mist. I just noticed that. It's kind of interesting. Alright, so the two lines are coming close together. They're going to try to skirmish with us using their the little slingers here. That's when we release the dogs. They're throwing the slinger bolts at the dogs instead. Alright, fair enough. But yeah, the dogs are just going to eat right through those guys. The dogs they're kind of like cruise missiles. They just home into their target and they'll focus them so those slingers will always break. But afterwards that, I don't know what will happen.
Ready! Advance at speed! Legionary cohorts! War dogs!
Should be a fairly simple battle if we just wait for the enemy right here. They're gonna get their troops to just kind of brawl with our legionary forces standing around here. These guys are apparently javelin throwers, so we'll get some of our troops to skirmish off with them. Okay, so there we go. Now we are pretty much engaged all along this front. Crack the whip. And that will get things set up. Now, I'm thinking, should I release the cavalry right now? Because with spearmen, once they are committed to a fight, they're kind of in it for a long time due to the fact that they're purely defensive units. And with that kind of said, what can happen is that depending on how you set it up, let's do war cry just because. Depending on how you set it up, the troops will be able to just kind of fight in one direction. So with those spearmen, if you attack them inside the flanks, they can't really do anything because the majority of the spears will be pointed forward as sort of like a standoff type of thing. So with that said, it's really rather easy to just kind of fight these guys from the side. But then again, they also have a secondary force coming in, and I don't want to commit the cavalry too soon. So yeah, we appear to be routing the first front line pretty damn easily. After all, the enemy is attacking us, we're not attacking them. Yeah, see, more people just kind of die from not actually being killed by us or by the enemy, but rather than just kind of dying like that. It's really rather odd. So I think now it's time to commit the cavalry to a large-scale charge, and these guys are auxiliary cavalry. So if we open up the side panel here, they're not really great for anything, but I mean, they're better than no cavalry. And one of our legionary cohorts have been caught out of formation, so these guys will really have to fight for survival here. We're going to try to save these guys with cavalry, which will come in soon. Oh, there's the auxiliaries. They're coming in. Yeah, this squad is taking a lot of casualties right now. Yikes, they have been broken, unfortunately.
Warriors eager for blood.
Oh, the hoplites are coming for our guys. If they don't brace for the charge, I do believe that the cavalry can still run through them. So after the cavalry drive into the hard portions, we then have to pull them back. And now the battlefield just becomes a mess of different icons. Oh, some royal Spartans are on the center column. We're going to have to flank that, so we're going to try to get our guys here. Chase down the remaining guys, and we'll have to deal with this column before they actually manage to capture the part. All these routing hoplites are just going to get slaughtered down by the cavalry. Yeah, we're going to have to make sure that these guys they don't come back into the fight, so it's going to be worth our time to just kind of swing them around like that. Starting off the Macedonia campaign with a real bloody battle. These royal Spartans should be able to hold up for quite a long time. They're wavering right now, but because they're getting attacked from the back. But if you fight them from one direction, it'll take for ages to break them. You know, this battle is just a mess, simply because of troops everywhere. It's really hard to tell. At least the enemy has those white uniforms, so it's a little easier to tell. I think this is actually the last unit, the Royal Spartans from the secondary group. Their general unit is all that's left, really. I think we'll just end the battle here. Don't need to chase them, and let's see what has happened. So, really bloody battle with Sparta losing 2,600. We lost 800 troops, I suppose. 777 losses for us, actually. So lucky number, yay! Our general inside that fight actually did quite a lot of damage. He did 220 kills, and the dogs managed to rip up the opponents pretty well. So that's yeah, that's pretty good fight. Now, what can we do from here? So yeah, that'll be these armies. And destroy. Yeah, they've lost quite a lot of troops. The Ares is terror. Gonna slaughter all of those people, and we're going to move forward ever further. Ooh. children of Zeus's force will just kind of take our little hold in Macedonia for now. That's fine. They'll capture that area. And let's see, do we get to see what Athens is doing right now? Because Athens over there should be doing their own thing. Alright, I don't think we'll be attacked anymore during this turn, so I guess well, we could end the turn right here, yeah? Skip forward by a bit. Okay. So yeah, we've lost the settlement, some stuff happened, and apparently we're over here now. So I guess we'll begin our turn in Egypt. Well, in that case, I'm going to send the Legion Victrix over here.
Ready for battle.
With the main troops.
The way is blocked.
And I'll get the First Legion to actually go back into Libya, so then we can get some Elephante over here.
You have further orders?
And they will be able to recruit 2 mercenary elephant groups, so that'll be kind of cool to see in action.
We hunger for battle.
So going forward like that, I mean, the majority of the stuff here is, oh, Egyptians are actually taking back Egypt, so that's good.
Commander,
I'm gonna get the majority of our troops to just kind of continue moving forward down this route, and the Pontus Empire is over here, so we'll be able to come into this area and finish them off, I suppose. So let's jump back to Macedonia for now, and let's check out what has been happening over here. So we're going to have to take this town back, obviously, so we'll send our army right away over there. And yeah, none will escape. Praetorians are going to come in here, and they are just going to slaughter the somethings of Zeus and take back that town. So, well, actually, to me, Macedonia actually isn't really all too interesting, but this area of the world is actually the Dacia, the Dacia, or whatever you're supposed to call that area. But inside that area, they had the Dacian Wars happen, which was a series of conflicts between Rome and the little kingdom of the people over there. What had happened was that I think Rome at the time, at the start of the first Dacian War, Rome was at war with a ton of other people all along the borders of Rome. And with that being said, I mean, the majority of their troops were kind of busy doing other things, and so the people out of Dacia, out of that province, was actually able to just kind of yeah, I think this is the river separating the region from the Roman occupied. Yeah, it is. So along this border river right here, what had happened was that the Dacians would kind of make a lot of raids into the Roman-held territories, and at the time the Roman Empire had a pretty weak emperor. And at the very end of things, what had happened was that the Dacians actually made Rome pay a humiliating amount of money to them, and the Roman treasuries were actually stripped bare, and it wasn't just sort of a one-time payment. It was actually every year sort of thing. So with that said, I mean, after a while, after Rome settled doing its own thing, afterwards, they actually managed to declare. They actually managed to go and get, I think, two armies. One essentially composed of auxiliaries. Another one was a actual legion, and what they did was that the emperor went on to a military campaign where the auxiliary force was somewhere around this area, and then the legionary force was somewhere around this area, and they would just cross the river and essentially just loot and pillage all of their way towards the capital, and sacked like that. And I think that was the second Dacian War. Not really sure about what had happened during the third one.
Ready for orders.
So yeah, this area is actually all now cleared. Sparta is still in control over here. Macedonia is still present, and Athens continues to stand over here. Okay, well, in that case, our legions will continue to force march their way over here and really dig into the territory. And now,
ready for further orders.
You know, that would probably be the end of this turn, unless we have any more troops to move over here.
Commander.
I think, yeah, I think this troop was also being sent down, so we'll get them to turbo their way down here. And the Legion in Rome is starting to be built. And what else? That's pretty much it, actually. Alright, well, then, I guess that'll be another turn. I guess what we can do is that we can check some of these victory conditions here. So, we still have to take apparently 2 other, Taming the Wilderness. So, one of the objectives that we actually have is to finish off the conquering of Germania and the regions past Germania. So that is rather interesting, and I suppose that will include this province right here, this province right here, and this province right here. Something like that, I think. And after that, objective number 2 is to capture the cradle of civilization, which is the Mesopotamia and region, Parthia and stuff like that. And then, let's see, we're supposed to subjugate Parthia, apparently. So for the rest of this turn, I think what we'll do is I will hop into the diplomacy area, and we will try to find some people who are fairly happy with us. So let's try Macedon.
The blessing of the Olympians upon you.
And because we have so much cash, can we spend it all on trying to convert them onto us?
You have many fights.
I think we'll accept a trade agreement with them for now, and then next turn we're after some time we'll try again, and we'll try to incorporate them into the empire, I suppose. Over here we will build up the infrastructure some more. And with our cash, I'm actually going to see if we can buy off one of the 2 factions that we're at war with. So try Sparta first, I think.
You have my attention. Speak, and try to do it well.
Yeah, there we go. So Sparta is now one of our client states. And Cathinos over here is going to be next on our list, so we try to convert them as well.
Speak quickly and well. Speak ill or slowly, and I may feed your tongue to the dogs.
These guys don't even appear to be Greek, so that's kind of that. Try to make it so that we have a decent chance of buying them off. There we go. So yeah, now more or less we're starting to use diplomacy a lot more to just kind of conquer areas. So yeah, I guess since Macedonia isn't giving up, I guess we're going to have to go over here and conquer the Odysseus's wanderers, the thunderbolts of Zeus, and the champions of Nike, if you prefer. So yeah, I guess we'll do that battle in just a little bit. Okay, so we had to replace a general for this turn. Oh well, that happens fairly frequently. Yeah, noble death. So here, yeah, the public order is switching to Roman, so I think we'll be able to take off another stack of troops, and they'll be fine. So we will send even more troops down towards the coast, and yeah, you'll see that we have a ton of these dignitaries just kind of lurking around, doing their own thing.
I will do anything for as you command.
I'm gonna try to shift our troops around by a little bit. So put these guys on forced march and we'll send them around, now that this area is all fine and dandy. Apparently we're earning into 3k now, so wow, really large amounts of money. And yeah, there wasn't really going to be many great fights here anyways inside Macedonia, so it's no real big deal. I do kind of want to finish off the campaign in here with a big battle, so what I think I'll do is that I'll get the Praetorian Guard to make their way to the capital, to Larissa over here, and we'll finish off the campaign, or the Macedonia campaign, with a battle for against the actual faction down here, I suppose. So that'll be that, and right now we'll try to make some buddies over here on the coast of not France. Why would this be France? But this area. So let's see.
I will be a patient audience for your speech. Sure that you come to deliver.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make a few
Greetings,
allies
friend.
down
Let us
here.
use